today's project management webinar, we are using Innovator Release 35. And for today's session, I'm logging in as Terry Adams. So once Terry logs in into Innovator Aras, he can see the items that he has access to. And for project management, we have to install the program management module, which is available through Aras update tool. So once it is installed in Innovator, you can see that under portfolio, so it is categorized under portfolio. And under it, you have certain items for project management. So first we have customers. So here we can create customers that are needed for the business. You can enter details like name, phone number, and contact name. You also have locations, which specifies different locations in which your business is operating. Here we have two examples here, and then you can give details such as address, city. You can specify the zip code or country. This will be mostly used for quality management when we have corrective action plans and non-conformance in place. You also have part submission warrant. So here it is mainly used to capture and organize the production part approval process. So it has key details such as the PSW number. You have details such as the part, the engineering change order, and what is the supplier location and the customer name as well. So if I go ahead and open up this part submission warrant, on the top, you can see details such as the state of this PSW, what is the part associated with it, what is the purchase order, and also you have details such as weight or the date. And as you go down, you can see details regarding the supplier as well, what is their location, and the submission level. So here you can give the details such as the customer name, and also here you have the reason for submission. You can give a comment if needed, and also the submission level along with the declaration and who is responsible for this. And in the bottom panel, you have the relationship to the part that is associated with this PSW. So moving on, we have programs. So programs is nothing but a collection of different projects. So if I open up a program, you have the detail of the program mentioned on top. What is the customer for this particular program and what are the projects associated with this below? So you have the project number, you have the name, you have the schedule start date and due date, and also what is the scheduling method for this project along with the status. And then you move on to projects. So here it displays all the projects that is available in Innovator at the moment. So you have details of the project, you have color coding done here. So you can see that if a project is active, it is in green, and if it is pending, it is in yellow. This is done with the latest managing rules functionality in Innovator 35. You also have the different phases that are associated with this project, and you can see that some are completed and what are the percentage of each phase here. You also have the project manager, and then if it is created from a template, you have the template name displayed here along with the scheduling methods and the project updates. So we will dive into templates. So to navigate to project templates, you go under template category, project templates. And with the module installation, you have three templates with the module. So one is APQP, which is the advanced product quality planning. You have one for new product information, and then you have one for simplified product development. So if I open up a project template, you will see it has a name and a description and what is the status of this particular template. And down you have the project plan. So if I expand the project plan, you can see the project structure defined here. So you have the phase on top, you have the different activities for this particular phase. And as you go down, you can see that it has 4 different phases for this new product introduction. And then you have the predecessor. So this is used to determine what activity needs to be completed, and then what the next activity to start. You also have duration. So this is the number of days for the activity to be completed. You can also mention it in hours if under plan hours. And then you have attached required. So if this is ticked, it means that the attachment of type document is needed for the completion of this activity. And if required is ticked, it means that the state of this attachment is needed for the status completion of the activity. So this particular document needs to be completed. And then you also have lead role. So this is used to determine which lead is going to be working on this particular activity. So you have read role like process. You also have manager, design, assembly, etc. So this is used to determine the breakdown of a project into different milestones, activities, and tasks. Then you have the default team. This is a customization done by Matrix. So in the default team, if a person or a user is mentioned for a particular role, when the project is being created, this person will automatically be assigned to that activity. Moving on, we have deliverables as well. So here you can attach deliverables such as parts, documents, technical documents, design quality documents, etc., which can be linked to the project. And once all this details is populated, and if you're contented with the project template, you can go ahead and promote it to approved. So once it is promoted to approved, this project template can be used. So I will move on to creation of a project. So a project can be created here, create new project, or in the search grid as well, you have the create new project option. So when I click on create new project, I can provide a name for the project. I can give a targeted start date. So I'm giving today's date. You also have the scheduling type for forward or backward. And if you're using a template, you can click on yes, select the template that you want to use. Or if you want to build your project on your own, you can click on no and create it. For today's webinar, I'll use a template, which we just saw. So once I click on the tick symbol, you can see that the project is been created. You have the project number that is automatically populated. You have the project manager, who's Terry, who I have logged in as. You have the name for the project. You have the template mentioned here. I can give a description as well. You have the target start date and finish date. Here you have different scheduling modes. So interactively only, where you come and update the project manually. You also have interactively and on unlock. So when the project is not claimed, you have on activity completion. So if anyone in the project plan completes the activity, the project will be updated, or on activity updates. So I will just click on activity updates for today. And once I click on done, the project is created. I can expand the project plan, and you can see that the leader is automatically assigned based on the team. So if I go to team, you can see that the roles are mentioned here. And for quality and process, it's Mike Miller. So if I come here, you can see that for process, Mike Miller is automatically assigned his activity. And then you can see that all the assignments and activities are scheduled based on the template. So based on the predecessor and the template and the duration as well, the start and finish date is applied. So if I go through the tabs here, different deliverables can be added to this project. You can also add parts directly here, which will be linked to this project. And project comments is also a customization done by Matrix. So it gives a simple view of all the activities and tasks that are linked to this project. So here you can see the activity, the task under the activity, and also details if the task is required and who is the users that it is assigned to, when it was modified on, and if there is an attached file to this particular task, it will be populated here. So once you are happy with the project plan, you can promote it to active state. So once it moves to active, you can schedule the project. And then if you update the project, you will see that the first task is activated now and it is assigned to Mike Miller. So it is on today's date and it is assigned to Mike Miller. You can see the status of each phase. So we haven't started anything yet. So the phase 1 is still at 0. So I will log out and log in as Mike Miller so that we can complete that activity. So you can either complete activities from your in basket. So if I navigate to the in basket of Mike Miller, you can see that this is the project which we just created. I can directly open it up from here. I can complete the activity from here with complete task. Or another customization done by Matrix was if he wants to have a look at the project and see what is going on, he can either complete it from here as well. So he can edit it, and this is the completion dialog which is found. And here he can give the actual start date. So if he started it today, he can click on this. He can give a percentage completion, 50, 100, or 20. So I will give 100 at the moment. Here you can see that the task related to the activity is defined. So we have to define what is the problem. So since this is required, he has to verify it. So if I try to complete it without verifying, he will say that and we also have a deliverable for this. So yes, he also has to attach a deliverable. So it has to be of the type document. So here you can search and attach any document. And he has to verify that he has defined the problem. Here he can also define how long he worked on it. So from the start date to the end date. And here you can provide a comment for this particular activity. So you can create a new comment here. And you can also provide a comment for this task. So I can. So once he has completed this task and he's good to go, he can click on this tick sign and you can see that this particular activity has been completed. So, and if I click on done, since it is on activity updates, you can see that it is automatically updated. The phase completion is automatically updated to 1, and the activity folder is also updated to 3. So in the same way, this project will automatically be scheduled. The next one is not yet started because it is not the next day yet. So if he wants to bring this forward, he can provide lead time. So if I go ahead and so I'm reducing it by 1 day. So if I save this, uh,
Patricia, I think you need 1 FS minus 1,
sorry.
not 2 FS.
Yep, I have to see how the lead time is added, but we can add lead time and lag time so that the previous activity, if it needs to be started earlier or if it has to be delayed by few days, we can add a lead time and lag time using the predecessors. And then we also have the Gantt chart, which is an important feature in all project management. So in Aras Innovator also you have a Gantt chart, which different filtering. So you can filter out by day, week, or month. And here it provides a visual project scheduling tool, which is used to display the work breakdown structure, activities, tasks, and milestones, as you can see here. And it also allows project managers to easily plan, schedule, and track the project of the task. And you can also see the critical path, which is determined using the forward scheduling and the backward scheduling. And this is used to determine the health of the project as well, whether it is going as per schedule or if there is any critical issue that needs to be addressed. So this Gantt chart can be also exported. You can also export the different projects that are present in Aras Innovator. You have the share option, which exports all the projects that are present in Innovator. And with this project management, it is used for easy integration and scheduling of resources and deliverables. And you can see the deliverables that are directly connected to the project using your product data in Aras PLM. And it is also used to identify the critical path to highlight which task impacts the project timeline and helps you execute projects faster and maintain traceability between different plans and results for your project. So this is on the project management module in Aras Innovator. If you have any questions on this module, you can go ahead and let me know.
Thank you, Patricia.
I think Matthew has a question.
Yeah, I've got a few questions.
Yep.
The first one I noticed you had when the task became active, the rest were grayed out. Is there a restriction there where you can't have more than one active task? I would assume the answer is no, but
you can have more than one active task, but it is based on the predecessor. So here you can see that this task was active, and this project selection, it doesn't have a predecessor, so it is automatically active as well. So if I go back to my in basket and search, I have the other project selection task here as well.
Yep.
So I can complete it. So it is based on the predecessor that you define in the project plan.
The next question I had was in terms of an exportable MPP file, is that something that could be generated?
For now, with the out-of-the-box installation, you only have to Excel, PDF, and Word, but it is the entire projects that are present in Innovator. So it can be customized to export the different outputs that is required, like how we have import customization for MS Project as well.
Cool. The next one I had was, so the status numbers here that we're looking at, you've got phase 1 in this screen, you've got at the moment says 1 as the status. What does that mean? Is that a percentage or?
Yes, it is a percentage. So it is calculated based on the activities that you have below it. So for example, if I complete this activity, let me. And if I come back to my project, you will see that it is updated because there are now 2 activities that are completed, which are at 100%.
And based on the fact that it's now at 4, that I'm assuming that it calculates soft duration rather than task numbers.
Yes.
Perfect. And the last question I had was the auto-generated numbers for the project number. Yep. Can they be modified?
Yes, this can be customized to your requirements. This is just out of the box, but any sequence can be given for your business requirements.
By default, it's an integer, but we have customized it at other sites to be non-integer.
Yep. Could we put a predecessor? So we've got PRJ, for example, at the start of our project codes, and there's already an existing amount of numbers that have been used. Could we start from that number and
Indeed.
then have that automatic? Yep. Okay.
Yep.